Hi guys, it's me, Little Whistlerworth, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a long 5 years, and I thought, with all this lockdown and COVID-19 situations, I want to just get back into gaming, and Planet Zoo has been my love of this past couple months whilst just doing nothing. So, I thought, let's do some of the career modes. I have already completed the Goodwin House and a Madagascar one as well, so let's get into the Panda Park and start this tutorial. Now this game has definitely become my favourite over the... Well, I play Planet Coaster a lot, so seeing Planet Zoo just made my heart swell and I can't wait to play it. So let's... I hope to do a little series on Planet Zoo and maybe make my own zoo at the same time. So here we go.
Ah, pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal. I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Oh, well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know, thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered. Amazing!
That's so nice to know.
They're still considered vulnerable. So, this zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining, along with all the general maintaining too. I really can't tell you how important the welfare of those pandas is. Oh wait, I can. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although, perhaps more presently, the eyes of Nancy are on you too.
I do love Nancy. She is quite a character in this.
Welcome to China. This is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished. But we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo.
Yeah, so definitely let's take a tour. So, what have we got here? Oh, these little boys, they make the cutest noise ever. So he has a very interesting name, but it's cute nonetheless. So I love this Japanese-esque theme that they've got for this panda sanctuary. And not only have they not just got pandas, they have flamingos, crocodiles, they got a bit of everything going. So let's actually take a look.
The giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and luckily for us,
so cute.
we have one which was born just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it. Go on, don't be shy.
Where are you?
Select the panda cub
Oh, there he is.
and click on the camera to enter animal camera mode.
Oh, now look at this little thing.
Doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart? So cute! Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda melanoleuca for being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day.
Blimey.
Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though.
Adorable.
Oh no. I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that
Oh
it is
dear.
displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animals, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
So I bet it's this one, I bet.
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility.
Oh,
in the
let's
zoo
find
for you.
it. Aha, there we go. Quarantine.
Oh, phew. That's a relief. Now that we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat. I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there?
So, this is the
In
spot.
order to build the vet surgery, click on Facilities, Staff Facilities, and then Vet Surgeries.
So, I'm thinking we'll have the largest one here to match the other one next to it, and I just want to get it as straight as I possibly can. There we go. Perfect.
That's the job.
Oh,
Vet surgeries
looks
play
lovely.
a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery. Yes, diseases can spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down, and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out.
Right, let's go see this. So, it looks fine to me. So there's the
Click on
one.
the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel.
Yep. And then I guess we need to range cooler mechanic. Most likely. So yes, now it's damaged. So hopefully once the mechanic comes, he will be able to fix it and we'll be on our way. But this zoo is just magnificent, and I hope in the next coming episodes I can potentially start my own zoo, and you guys can give me a little input on how I can make it look, what I can just do to improve it, and I love it. Pandas are definitely one of my favourites, but orangutans are top notch for me. I love orangutans. Recently going to the zoo and being able to see what happened in the just see all the animals, and the orangutans were just beautiful. The lemurs, once again, are another thing I love too.
Now the water treatment facility has been repaired,
Perfect.
the water will be cleaned up in 2 shades of a lamb's tail. You can also use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, bins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers.
Oh, one just got boxed.
I'll be honest, I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it.
Perfect.
Research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it, and even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent. I'd like you to start some research into bordetalosis. Disease
Right.
research can be found in vet research, so head over to your research centre and get one of the vets researching it.
So we have here is all the facilities. So if we ever wanted to go into, say, habitats and we want to make extra stuff, we use one of our mechanics to research those areas. However, we are currently about to research the illness that the antelope thing just contracted. So putting a vet into
Once
that,
research
we can
is
do it.
complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no time.
So I've completed all of the bronze. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That was a close run thing with those antelopes. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there. We had a horrible outbreak of viral gastroenteritis here at Goodwin House. Although, luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand, we can start to focus on the guests and improving their time in the park. You
Oh.
see, you can also do research into new and improved guest facilities, transport rides, as well as new types of barrier and other things via the workshop. I've highlighted the workshop for you, so head over there, select it, and then click on View Workshop.
Oh, let's view the workshop, shall we?
And finally assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
So here we go. Like what I said earlier.
That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had
That's
some
so
good
beautiful.
news.
Oh, what's happened? Is our lovely
Turns out
friend?
that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program. Even
Perfect.
so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim. but
Look at
luckily,
them.
we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine. Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section.
And there they go.
Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
So, it's time to move our pandas to quarantine so that they can't contract illnesses like the antelope. And then
While
once
you
they
wait
are
for them to
ready,
clear quarantine, you should
they
set
get
up
to
their
go.
new habitat so they feel at home in there. I'll also need you to bring over one of the male pandas from our other habitat, because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
Right, so it's time to move over our male, and he's going to get put into the new exhibit. So, how I usually locate him is I click on the barrier, click on the paw, that looks like an animal's, and then find our male. So, we have 3 males. Guang, Guowei. Oh, nope, just 2. Perfect. So, which male are we going to take? Any male we're allowed. So, you. I'm going to move you, my lovely, over to this new panda exhibit. Voila! Now, to make this area suitable for the pandas, we need to add, as it says here, a feeding station, food enrichment, toy enrichment, and just increase their welfare and their plant welfare. To do that, we click on Habitat and Filters. This is how I tend to sort out my pens best. You click Species, and then we find the panda. So, giant panda. Here we go. So, this is all the stuff that they have in their pens. First, let's add a feeding station. So, here we have the water pipes and the water bowls. They're good. But what we need the most is these platforms. So, I'm going to get the largest platform because they are quite big pandas. Put one over here for guests to see them eat, and another one over here for guests to eat. Not guests to eat, pandas to eat. That doesn't make sense. Next is food enrichment. So we want to go to enrichment items and then food enrichment. Here we could use a small fixed roller, get that going, and a tree scat feeder. Once, by clicking on the panda, you can see that he has 65% welfare for his habitat and 50% in enrichment. So, looking through all of his stats, I can go on terrain and see that he needs more short grass, but he has too much long grass. So by clicking terrain and painting, I can put down more short grass to cover up the long grass. And by doing this, it replaces all of the long existing grass we have and puts it all in the green. Perfect. Now for environment. So here, the red trees, they just don't work. So I'm just going to get rid of them. Unfortunately, it does take away some decoration, but it just works. So they are from temperate climate. So once again, we go into filters, go into biome, and click this. So I'm not 100% sure what a panda likes, so I tend to put a tree down and hope for the best. And they like that. So I hope by putting these in here I can just up the plants and the coverage. So just by keeping the plants in the habitat check, you'll be able to tell what you need. So I'm just going to decorate this wall a little bit with some of these just to give it that extra nice, and we're only on 18%, so I'm just going to keep going with coverage. Gonna put a bit more bamboo in. The bamboo trees in this game are just beautiful. Why not have another little tree? See, I don't want to cover too much up, mainly for the fact that guests do get really annoyed that if there's too much in a habitat, they really just don't like it. And I've learnt that the hard way after I just decorated all of my habitat once, and it made it look really pretty, and it just failed. The guests were just getting really, really pissy with me, and so in order to change that, I just had to spruce everything up a bit, and eventually I got there. So right, we're so close now. Maybe a cherry blossom tree will look pretty in here. You know, why not? Yes, they like cherry blossoms. Right, another one over here. And we're in. Perfect. So next is enrichment. So enrichment is at 50%. And we already have the species food enrichment way over 6. But what we don't have is species toy enrichment. So once again we go to our habitat, and then we go to toys. And then placing these types of toys closer to the windows so the guests can see just increases everything. So one more item to throw down. Why not have some wind chimes over here? Over here. There we go. That'll do. And voila. So increase plant welfare to 90%. That means I need to plop down a couple more things. It shouldn't be too bad. So let's see. Bush. Does this work?
Good news.
Perfect.
Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
So right, they're currently in quarantine, so I need to click all my pandas, and I'm going to move them into their new pen, and hopefully they love it.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right, while they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there? Well, unless
Definitely
you hit the
not.
pause button.
The
Okay,
pause.
I think it's time I told you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff and then work zones.
Oh, look, they're about to deliver our pandas. Whoa, that's a big box. Number 2. Whoa, there they are. And then the last panda. Perfect. Now that they're all there, they're going to have fun. Shall we see where they disappear to before I start my next mission? Now, this is just such a cute little enclosure for them. And then out here, we have our male. Beautiful, beautiful zoo. Now, let's see what we've got to do. Include new panda habitat in the work zone. So here's our staff room and the keeper hut. So go staff, work zones.
Click on New Work Zone.
Cool.
To set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room and keeper hut. Oh, and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator.
So there we go. That's all linked to that. Might just add that to it, just in case. Now, I want to change its name. How do I do that? Here we go. So, pandas. Panda. Panda, panda, panda.
Now let's
Beautiful.
hire a new keeper and assign them to our new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings on in the zoo. Go on, hire one.
Perfect. There's our keeper.
Then click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab.
I swear I changed it to pandas, but it's still work zone 10.
There you go.
But
Now
hey
the
ho.
keeper will focus his attention on our new pandas. And
Cute.
just so you know, all types of staff can be assigned work zones. Just make sure that they have access to all the buildings that they need. And one last thing, you might find it faster to assign them from the work zones tab in the staff section of zoo management. That'll save you having to chase around selecting your staff one by one. Oh, it sounds like the brand research has been completed. You should collect your rewards, and you can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back
Here we
into
go.
Panic Research.
So, our souvenir
Now that
shop.
you've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money.
Let's go build a souvenir shop. Right. So after doing that research, it will unlock more places, like merchandise. So let's add Just a Memento. Pressing Z will rotate it and bring it a little closer so that it doesn't. Perfect. Blimey. Right, I need to get this so it's not touching the zoo. A line for me. Or do you want it that way? Why ain't you putting down? Come on. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. This definitely doesn't help. Right. Time to remove a few things. You needed to go. Just so I can get you perfect. Right. And you are so close to doing it then. Why aren't you letting me click? Invalid rotation. Right, come on. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. This is getting annoying now. Right. Terraform issue. Terraform issue. Right. I can't even. Yeah. Right. Rock. Goodbye. 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 Let's try again. Oh dear me. Why are you having a terraform issue? You can't be like, bruh, this is a certified bruh moment. You can't say invalid rotation and then I can't actually put it in. Valid rotation. Invalid rotation. Invalid rotation. Hey guys, I think we're just gonna end it here. It's just not happening. Bye.